if your style is a little more graphic, we've got an easy wall treatment for you now with Benjamin Moore's Sharon Grech. To this, and it's bang. It's sort of big impact, high impact yep. on the wall, and it's all about the graphic print.
And I love today that you can do a cream space, you can do a high impact space, you can do whatever you want, and it's about bringing in your own personality to the space. And
right.
that's why I think black and white has become really popular again. It's always there.
Yeah.
It's classic, but it's a great base if you've got a modern space. When you do high impact paint finishes on the wall, or whether it's wallpaper, something strong, you can use any other color that you want with it, and you don't have to create a lot of art on the wall because your wall becomes the art. So I was really excited about seeing this trend come back, so wanted to talk about that. But it can be a little scary.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I trust myself to do that. I'd have to call Sharon Grech. Can you come over and do that? Because it looks amazing, but then you also sort of feel like you're committed, which is why I like that you use black and white. That's an easy color palette to live with for a long time.
Because you could do something else, but absolutely, it's easy. And I'll talk a little bit about some tips and tricks for actually doing the painted technique. But again, it's really about, I use Simply White, Benjamin Moore Simply White black ink. So pick some high contrast colors, or high contrast black and white, but then how do you decorate with it so it's not overwhelming and you don't drive everyone crazy? So that's where you really want to think about keeping things simple, keeping it minimal, and choosing pieces with intention.
Right.
Right? So you want to think about you don't necessarily have to go solid with everything else, because that's the tendency, and that's kind of what we did in the 60s. Not that I was around the 60s, but that's what I saw. So you'd have solid to balance that out. But now we're still mixing pattern with pattern.
Yes.
But you can see by this rug, it's got a slight pattern in it, smaller scale. So you want to mix the smaller scale with the big scale. And then overall, it has a grounding gray effect. So the pattern isn't in your face like the wall is.
Right.
And then same thing with your other surface. We've got this Carrara marble, the tulip chair, rounding out some finishes to sort of smooth out that geometric shape that's so strong. So we have consistent materials. We've got that Carrara marble on the table, the Carrara marble on the console table. So again, it's very simple. And even your pieces, like you want to pick pieces that can stand on their own, that don't get overwhelmed by the black and white pattern. So I absolutely love this sculptural lamp.
It's great. I mean, the organic shape of it, it's really nice. So you've got the solid, clean lines, and then you've got this, and it's beautiful.
So you're mixing that organic and the geometric, the round, the pattern, carefully. Again, few pieces, but structural, sculptural, and then have fun. Like I said, you don't have to do a lot on the wall. You could put some black and white prints, but I thought, you know what, let's just put a desert skull.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, if there was ever a place for a desert skull, this would be it. It works.
So it's big, it has weight, it can handle the black and white. So I do want to mention, because when I was doing this, I won't lie, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. It's a lot of taping. So tape, patience. If you can, measure things out, draw it out to scale, like around what you want. This is a 10-foot wall. I decided 6 inches would be perfect. Don't go less than 6 inches for stripes, people, if you're doing black and white especially.
Oh, really?
It's like a jail cell.
Okay.
Again, not that I know.
That makes
But you just don't want that effect. So at least 6 inches. You can even go larger depending on the scale of the room. And the other thing, because I did 6, 6, 6, you just want to be careful to always, when you're taping, what you're going to be painting. So I'm painting the black after I've sort of used my level, pulled the tape down, and then what I like to do, because you don't want to draw on your wall, even with pencil, it doesn't always come out, is just put a few extra lines so that you know, don't paint there. Okay, because it's harder to go over it once you start it, but again, it is only paint, so you can you can always touch up afterwards.
When you're in the middle of a project like that that's going to take a long time, it makes sense to have visual cues to guide your way. You think you don't need them, but you might need them.
No, you do. I've been doing it for 20 years. I still need it.
You need them. Yes, if the pro needs them, we need them. So we have a couple of other examples of beautiful sort of graphic images.
Not everybody wants the striped effect, but just black on its own as a wall treatment with, again, minimal furniture, texture, strategic colors, and then having white somewhere to play off of it.
Very nice. I like that idea. And then also there is another striped wall that you can look at.
Red and white, crazy circus hallway. What a great way, though, to take a very traditional space, very formal space, and have fun with it. So I think this is the kids' floor in the house. My kids don't have their own floor, but if they do, it'd be a great place to do something fun. And again, with paint, you can choose whatever color you want. You can customize. So, you know, go for big impact walls.
Yeah, go crazy and have some fun with it. So thank you so much to Mobilio for all of these great pieces.